designated stations only for buses or matatu. 90% of traffic jams in Nairobi is matatus, also eliminating the parking. You can see here, they are eliminating the parking lot along the Nkrumah Avenue. So here, I'm sure they will be setting Cabros. This area of Kencom Bus Stop. Because yesterday when we were doing the video, we had the flower beds at that point. And today, in the morning, today being the 3rd of December 2025, that is the position. They have eliminated it, and not sure if they'll be bringing the flower beds back. And also yesterday we were chatting with just maybe let me mention one name, or I'll say VO from Texas. Thank you for the big gift. You shared something and you said that one is to wipe the dust, the vumbi that you always walk, and you also shared a lot of insights and your hopes and prayers that we should have a great Nairobi city.
Shifting news. Explore, feel, shift. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching us from. Thank you to all our returning supporters. We're in this Nairobi CBD, and you can see there we have a county official doing some cleaning there. And I was almost thinking, do they always read the comments, or that is their work they should be doing? And this is always the tap at this place, which is always having clean water. So you can see they're cleaning there, and this Kencom walkway, once it is cleaned, it looks elegant, and it gives you the vibe of the Nairobi city everyone, or all of us, always yearn for. And also you can see the manholes, they were covered, but now the dirt, I think the cleaning or the washing, they need to do washing with water. And you can see there they were trying to excavate the Cabros. Is it that you can see there are some points, I don't know if it is here. Oh, it is electrical. They're trying to add electrical lines. So thank you to all our returning supporters. Thank you for the amazing support you always give us. You people are just great people. And this video is a unique one. So yesterday we had a video where we were showing some of the elements regarding the changes that are taking place within this Nairobi CBD, especially with the excavations that had happened along this Kencom Bus Stop. So there was also another video that we were supposed to update yesterday, but unfortunately, due to a number of elements here and there, unfortunately we didn't manage. So I was in this Nairobi CBD around 11 p.m. So the vehicle that I boarded, we had the driver and the passenger. They were saying that the officials of this county are working. And then they were also talking about the downtown. They were talking also about the cartels. And it was interesting just hearing people talk about how Nairobi is changing. Then we had one of our supporters in yesterday's video who had talked about this place. There was it a flower pot or a flower bed that had been placed around this area? So that was, and I thought, is it that they listened to Mwafrika? Was it Mwafrika wa Mashariki? Yeah, so yesterday there was sort of a flower pot or flower bed set at this point, but right now not visible. So Mwafrika wa Mashariki had said these are good changes. The only issue for commuters is the placement of the flower beds at Kencom Stage. And continued to say they'll block people when queuing to board the buses. That was the concern. I don't know. Oh, what are these? Oh, these are lights. So Mwafrika Mashariki continued to say it looks like the new NMS is now in charge of Nairobi's environment, hence the new expansion and the transfer of Mosiria. Mosiria was the CEC for environment, and you can see now they eliminated the flower beds. So I don't know if Mwafrika Mashariki were communicating with the officials. I don't know if they have fully eliminated or they are just trying to come up with another way of approaching it. And also, if you remember, there is a video we did and we were saying, is it a silent move to do away, because we have a number of you who have said that we need the matatus to be ejected from this Nairobi CBD. So could this be one of the motives? You never know. You know, sometimes even the government in Swahili, there is what we call sirikali. They say the government has a very strong secret that you can never know until when they implement. So could it be a move that they want to do away with the matatus at this area? This area of Kencom Bus Stop? Because yesterday when we were doing the video, we had the flower beds at that point. And today in the morning, today being the 3rd of December 2025, that is the position. They have eliminated it, and not sure if they'll be bringing the flower beds back. So this is the current situation at this Kencom. You can see they have excavated. So today let me read some of the comments that we had on our previous video or our previous videos, and thank you all for showing that amazing love, amazing support. You mean a lot to us. So we had Walter Momanyi, the roads in CBD needs to be redone. They're old and worn out. Equally, they should mark the roads and improve on the city lighting. Clean or wash the CBD roads. Oh, before I forget, get all the matatus away from the CBD. So that was the comment from Walter Momanyi. Then we had Simtich said the city needs constructive plans on matatu industry. Designated stations only for buses or matatu. 90% of traffic jams in Nairobi is matatus. Oh, this is the Kencom area.
So I think just walking slowly. By then, the next this video will be a bit long. We had a trigger from one of our supporters. That was Amina, who said we'll be contributing to our Mchanga fundraiser, or donating to our Mchanga fundraiser if we do a raw and uncut from Kitengela to Nairobi CBD. So this video we have the raw and uncut drive from Kitengela all the way to this Nairobi CBD. So towards the end of this video, that is what we'll be bringing on board, the drive from Kitengela to Nairobi CBD. That was a challenge brought about by Amina, and we said why not? That is what we are going to do. Then we had Code Africa, that is one Dev Devok, said writing beautiful Nairobi on River Road streets is diabolic. Such a dirty street, Nairobi needs a complete overhaul. Yeah, true. Sometimes some of the elements within the Nairobi city are just chaotic, and it brings that element of maybe neglect and maybe something not happening, but we still have hopes that Nairobi is becoming better, or within the next 1 or 2 years Nairobi will become the epitome of development, and a place, a city where other countries will be coming to benchmark. You can see the curbs are being set at this Nkrumah. Yeah, now construction along this Nkrumah Avenue are going on swiftly. They are also eliminating the parking. You can see here they are eliminating the parking lot along the Nkurumah Avenue. So here I'm sure they will be setting Cabros. So, and then we also had David Bismarck, who said order comes before infrastructure, otherwise it's all pointless. So that means there should be order within the city. As much as they are doing the infrastructure, they should also consider the order for the city. Then we also had Dave Paco, thank you, from the US, said I love the Nairobi tours. These Cabro works are great, but I feel they are taking too long to complete, especially in Nkrumah Avenue. The county should only extract where they will need to do work, then complete. These changes are a good first step, but more work needs to be done. Wow. So that is the comments from our people who are always here. You can see the cabs are being set, and this is just an elimination of the parking lots within this Nairobi CBD. Then in another video where we were doing a night walk or an evening walk towards the Nairobi CBD, a lot of you said that the lighting of the city is not good, which is a bit visible, and we are hoping that they will be correcting that. So let me just, this is Nkrumah Avenue and the trees, that is Nairobi Cinema, Uchumi House. Let us go back like this along this Nkrumah Avenue. So we had David Muriungi, who said it's ridiculous that a city such as Nairobi is crippling in darkness at night. Drivers are forced to use their high beams, blinding other drivers. The long erected streetlights have either been vandalized or not working. When will those in charge take notice of these things? Yeah, you can see about the lighting. I hope our county officials will be listening to that, or those that will be working on that. You see they have extracted something here. They'll be setting the curbs, and here along this place, this whole place, that means it will be now maybe a walking space and Cabros. That means no more parking and the trees. And guys, thank you for the Mchanga fundraiser, which is going on well. We are now at 9%, and I believe yesterday we had maybe just, if I mention, that was Carol, who made sure that we reach 18,000 Kenyan shillings. That is about
should be around $150. Yes, yeah, and we are still moving on well. So guys, kindly visit our Mchanga supporters. We have plans to upgrade our gear, and we believe with your support we are going to attend this as we do the walkings, as we do the updates within these states, within these buildings, within these streets. Yeah? Remember, this is Shifting News. Welcome all our new members. Feel loved. The love you people are showing us. And also yesterday we were chatting with just maybe let me mention one name, or I'll say VO from Texas. Thank you for the big gift. You shared something and you said that one is to wipe the dust, the vumbi that you always walk, and you also shared a lot of insights and your hopes and prayers that we should have a great Nairobi city. We also shared your insights, your concerns. Thank you very much for also taking that time, that moment, the sacrifice, the financial sacrifice, and also taking your time to just discuss with us about some of the changes in the city, some of what are happening. Yeah, we thank you guys for the continued support. And you can see here what we are saying. This has been a silent elimination of parking zones within Nairobi CBD, but it's evident. So they are doing away with most of the parking, and hopefully it will be a walking zone. And you listen, because we have some who have concerns about the downtown. So we also had Malcolm Modoi, who said street and traffic lights, green spaces, MRT, BRT, light rail, sewer system, drainage system, pedestrian walkways, cycling lanes, etc. All these are needed for a proper city to function, not to mention cleanliness. The chaotic manner of our cities and towns needs to end. You can see how people are concerned about our Nairobi, and we hope Nairobi will revive. And by the guys, towards the end of this week, we are planning a trip to Nakuru. So if you can feel part of it, if you want to chip in, kindly do so through our M-Pesa number, which is +254 718. No, sorry, +254 7018 00444. And you can see, I think you can see the comments, how people are concerned about the growth of Nairobi. And we also had Dr. Hari, who has a wonderful channel. You can also visit him. He also he said in the building, watching from, is it Hackensack, you know, reading these some of the from the US, some of those reading them, you have to be careful. Like, you can find you are reading Ohio, yet it is Ohio. So thank you, Dr. Hari, for the continued support. And then we had Cut House Kenya, who said, create a playlist of your videos so we can watch them continuously. I may not be able to donate, but I'm currently binge watching your content in order to support, not skipping the ads. You are doing a good job, Ustoke bro. Wow, thank you. That is so motivational. We won't relent, and thank you for watching the ads. It's one way of also supporting us. And for sure, guys, when you're watching our videos, kindly, the ads are the ones which can also play part in funding some of these trips. We are not there, but we believe very soon we may be on the track. You can see soil here. Then we had Saif Waziri, who said Nairobi is changing. If they replicate it in downtown, control the flow of matatus in CBD, introduce BRT, do great landscaping on the expressway, especially the Westland section,
Nairobi will be top. You see how our supporters have good dreams and have good hopes for this Nairobi. It means a lot. And then we had File Removal, who has been here always supporting us, said, I don't have much to say, I just love the changes that are happening within Nairobi. And I don't know where this traffic is coming from. You can see it is in the morning. It is 20 minutes past 7 in the morning now. Along this Moi Avenue, there is traffic build up all the way to the other side. I don't know what is happening on the other side. Then we had Jay Muliro, who said they should do the same in downtown Nairobi and try to pave under Nairobi Expressway and paint it. Renovate Westland walkways, pave feeder roads in the estates, improve lighting at night, and lastly, remove matatus from the city center and improve garbage collection, including introducing penalty of 2,000 to 5,000 for anyone found littering. You can see the concerns of people is cutting across, especially with the matatus or the public service vehicles, about the cleanliness and about the lighting of the city. I hope maybe one day we will meet with the officials in the county government to try discuss. Hopefully one day, we still have hopes. Right now it's a bit hard. Yeah, that is why sometimes I always see like one of our greatest supporters, that is Morris Juma, who always said, I don't know if the comment is ahead, but I said I won't be doing Konza, and my response is Konza is still in our plans, but due to the planning, you have to do writings, emails until you get the feedback, and mostly that is what happened. We had discussed with Tugai Realtors. You can also visit his channel. He would be updating us on the plans. Then we had Lone Lion. When they built that wall around the tree at Moi Avenue, wow, oops, I have passed there. It was around that area of Kenya Cinema. I wish I had crossed there. I had read this comment when I was just crossing there. So says around tree at the Moi Avenue, I have given them an A standing. I thought they would not do anything about it. Congratulations to Governor Sakaja and his team. Nairobi is coming back to its glory days. It is indeed working. Good job. That is a comment from Lone Lion. Then we had BBG Boy 254. They need to build matatu terminus and remove chaotic matatus from the CBD, install some traffic lights and limit hawkers and border borders. Then we had Martin Munene. Once all the Cabros are in place, they should paint all the roadside pavements black and white and also mark the roads. Polish all that by installing new traffic lights and improve on daily cleaning services. Itakuwa imework 100%. Then we had Dennis Muthiani. One street is changing Nairobi. What about do all over Nairobi? That was the concern about also the downtown, which has been talked to people. People have also talked about the Westlands region. We hope such can be replicated. Then we had Morris Juma. Oh, here is the comment. Morris Juma said, Mombasa is not necessary. Because we had said that we have Mombasa in our plans, we need to visit. So said Mombasa is not necessary to visit now. Start with Konza. I think I have answered about Konza. Then we had Yasin Idris said we shouldn't even be humbled by cities like Kigali, but we are now comparing the fact that Rwanda as a country has an economy 3 times smaller than Nairobi as a city. That's how we are sort of doomed. And says, I remember people saying, get rid of NMS. And that was the first agenda of Sakaja, knowing very well he is incompetent. I don't know about that. Led by clueless leaders. Only 1 year to the elections and Sakaja hasn't even noticed the poor lighting and trash around the city. Hey, by then Nairobi is hard to deal with. I hope the leaders are reading the comments and being ready to implement most of the changes that people are saying or are suggesting. Then we had Timothy Mucha, who said thanks for the update. That was the update in Umoja Road, Umoja Estate. So said thanks for the update, man. We are following, and I say thank you for the continued support. You people are just great. You people are wonderful people. By there I saw they are doing something on that Selassie Avenue, and I hope they will be completing very soon. You can see the traffic menace around this place. Then we also had Nagendrara man, who said that was when we were doing a live stream from Nairobi City to Kitengela live stream, that said a lot cleaner than my country. What is your country? Nagendrara man, what is your country? Then some 4 days ago we had Rockhart said depending on the size of the tree crown, urban tree spacing is recommended at you can see you have electric. It's recommended at 20 feet small crown, 30 medium, 50 large. Nairobi is full of small and medium. It takes 3 large trees to sustain breathing for 1 human, for your information. So we need way more. Also, I'm noticing dust reduction in places that have been renovated. So I give credit to the county. Sio kila siku ku complain. Yeah, we appreciate for the effort that is ongoing. So kindly guys, we stop here, but continue watching because we are bringing the raw and uncut from Kitengela to Nairobi CBD. That was a challenge brought about by Amina. So continue watching, like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to receive all notifications once we upload a new video. And hopefully we shall be having another video later tonight.
Sasa na kutoa huku na kuleta na beba hii leo na kuja nayo. Haina mambo.
Welcome back again. This is Shifting News. I hope you have enjoyed as we were walking through the Nairobi CBD, just checking the updates. And today, this is not just an update, it's a promise kept. One of our top supporters, and I believe several of you, that was Amina, who left a comment that sparked this entire journey, and said, I will donate. I believe it is to the Mchanga fundraiser if you travel from Kitengela to Nairobi Uncut. Well, Amina, challenge accepted. And here we came from the Kitengela bus stop. So this journey starts right there at the Kitengela bus stage. If you knew this place 15 years ago, you wouldn't recognize it today. Kitengela was barely a blip on the map. Mostly Maasai grazing land and a few distinct shops. Today, it's a dormitory city for Nairobi, buzzing with life, chaos, and ambition. As we merge onto the Namanga Road, look at the volume of the traffic. today is a bit clear. So this is not just a road, it's an international trade route linking Kenya to Tanzania. But for the thousands of people living here, it's the daily commute. So as we start this almost 43 to 45 minutes journey, I want you to watch the transitions from the dusty hustle of Kajiado County to the slick concrete of the expressway ahead. Buckle up, we are doing this raw, real, and uncut. If you're new here, this channel documents the changing face of Kenya. We travel, we document the developments happening, and more others. If you enjoy seeing the reality of our infrastructure, hit that subscribe button. And to our supporter who gave us the challenge, I hope you are watching. The Mchanga link is in the description of this video, or probably in the pinned comment section of this video. And by the way, Kitengela is in Kajiado County, and we cross to Athi River, which I believe is in Machakos County. So today we are traversing 3 counties, Kajiado, Machakos to Nairobi County, in one drive within less than 45 minutes. Okay, so today is just unique. So when you get to the boundary between Kajiado and Machakos, the area is historically significant. The Athi River you see, or the bridge we will be crossing, that isn't just a physical boundary, it is an industrial one. Athi River was set aside to maybe host a number of industries. To your left and right, you will see cement factories and steel mills that have risen up over the decades. This used to be the distinct age of civilization before you hit the plains. Now, it's just one continuous urban sprawl. And as we continue this journey, you will watch out for the SGR line that will be crossing. So when the railway line was built, it changed the skyline of this area forever. It's a reminder of the old versus the new. We have the colonial era, lunatic express history buried under the soil, but still functional, and the modern SGR that is soaring above the sky or above us. But look at the road surface at that place. Despite the heavy industry trucks, it is the maintenance holding up. You be the judge. And the critical merge, we will be leaving the Namanga route and joining the mighty A109. Is it A109? A104? That is the Mombasa Road. And we will be joining at the Shalom area. And ahead, you will realize that we will be meeting Mlolongo. So maybe let's talk about Mlolongo. Legend has it that Mlolongo got its name from the long lines or Mlolongo, that is queues of trucks that used to queue here for the weighbridge. It was a town born out of waiting. Truck drivers would stop, businesses would spring up to feed them, and suddenly a town was born. Driving through Mlolongo today, it can feel like the wild west of the highway. It's aggressive, it's fast, and it's loud. But when you look at the pedestrian situation, as Shifting News, we always advocate for NMT, that is non-motorized transport. That is seen with how our family, our great family, always comment in the comment section. They are more concerned about the NMT, that is non-motorized transport. So do you see safe walkways for the thousands of workers around these places? Or are they fighting for space with 18-wheelers? This is the reality of our planning. Economy first, pedestrian second. But we believe in the coming years or in the coming days, all this is going to change, whereby pedestrian life is put on the forefront. If you're enjoying this deep dive, consider supporting the channel, whether it's M-Pesa or M-Changa. Your support fuels the gas tank for trips like this. A big thank you to all our supporters across the different divide, across the different continents, in the US, in Europe, in the Middle East, and all over, for always being here to support us, for keeping us on the road, for always being there to comment, correct us, and also bringing out your views. Sometimes it can be a negative, but something that is going to build, let's say, our city. Sometimes it's concerns of our people. Let's say, like, for example, when people are concerned about the lighting during the evening or in the night for Nairobi city, that's a concern. When people are concerned about pedestrian walkways, that's a real concern, and hoping that our administration can always be listening to such kind of concerns and bring up solutions. We will then be cruising past Syokimau, and the area is so fascinating because of the name. It's named after the legendary Kamba prophetess, that is Syokimau. I don't know how to pronounce it. And he's the one who predicted the coming of the iron snake, that is the railway, and the white man. It is poetic that her namesake town is now defined by transport. The railway station, the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport nearby, and this massive highway. When we'll be approaching Cabanas, you will notice the looming shadow of the Nairobi Expressway above. But actually it starts to rise at Ole Sereni. That is where the Nairobi Expressway will start to rise above. But at Cabanas, it's just beside us, and that will depend on the lane you have taken. So when this expressway was being built, we actually covered a lot of it. We did a lot of videos. You can check in our group lists. We have a lot of them, Nairobi Expressway. So we covered the dust and the disruption daily on this channel. Now it stands as a monument to modern engineering, but the question remains, has the road beneath improved? Has the previous road been improved, or has the normal road been upgraded? Cabanas used to be a distinct landmark, a place for family outings way back in the day. Now it's a high-speed interchange. The nostalgia is gone, replaced by concrete efficiency. Look at the businesses lining the road. This is the economic heartbeat within Nairobi. And we'll be crossing through the stretches near General Motors and Imara Daima. You know, Imara Daima means always firm or strong forever, you know. And it gained fame years ago from a TV advert, and the name stuck to the estate. So this stretch is usually where the notorious Mombasa Road traffic begins to bite. If we are moving smoothly today, count it as a blessing. To our left, the vast industrial area begins, and to our right, the dense middle-class estates of South B and South C. You'll be seeing them ahead. By the way, South Sea is often called South California by Nairobians, a hub of pop culture and music. But from an infrastructure perspective, look at the drainage, you can look at the upcoming apartments, high-rise apartments. And in most cases, when there were floods, this area, I think it's prone to floodings. As we drive past, you can check some of the gutters if they're available. I don't know if we can see them while we are driving. Are they clear? So it's these small details that Shifting News cares about. We don't just want big roads, we want livable cities. That is always our hope. The skyline is changing now. We are approaching Nyayo Stadium roundabout, or the Nyayo National Stadium area. And the stadium was built in the 80s. It has seen political rallies, historic football matches, and national celebrations. This is the psychological entry into Nairobi. Once you pass the Bunyala roundabout, the vibe shifts. The air feels different. The buildings get taller. The pace gets quicker. Observe the flow of traffic here. We have matatus jostling for entry into the CBD, private cars probably rushing to different places, and the expressway exiting down to deliver the VIPs. It's a chaotic symphony, but being on a weekend or on a Sunday, you realize that the traffic cannot be that much, unlike on weekdays. And we are almost there. We are almost there. The Uncut journey is nearly complete because we'll be ending our video in the town, in CBD, along Mfangano Street. And we are crossing Selassie Avenue, the seat of power. The railways is just a stone's throw away. So navigating into the CBD requires nerves of steel, especially on weekdays. And we'll be heading towards Mfangano Street. This street is the legendary in the matatu world. It is the heartbeat of the chaotic, colorful matatus, especially those operating the route to Eldoret, Kitale, Kakamega, Busia, and such. And now we have those that are like this one that operates to Kitengela, and we also have those that operate to Umoja. And for sure it has been a wonderful drive from the open plains of Kitengela across the river, past the industries, under the expressway, and right into the belly of the beast. We made it, for sure. To our supporter and all other supporters, the drive was for you, the drive was for us. Uncut, unfiltered, and real. To everyone watching, if you appreciate this kind of documentation, preserving the history of our roads and our city, please consider donating to the Mchanga link in the description of this video. Also, I will have a pinned comment where you can also do your donations. It helps us upgrade our gear and cover more routes. So far, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is Shifting News. also agreeing to reduce the volume of the music. Thank you guys, and see you in our next video. That is the super metro that we use from here along Mfangano Street all the way to Kitengela, and we came back with it. See you guys.
Shifting news. Explore, feel, shift.